Howdy, my name's Cooter Pickleberry. This is Florida Man Cooking, and today we're making a strawberry pie. Good stuff. It's one of my family favorites. Thanks for joining us. Welcome aboard.
3, 2, 1!
Alright, so all the pies I make for Thanksgiving, pumpkin, key lime, apple, strawberry. Strawberry gets eaten the first, the quickest, the most. Everyone wants more of those than anything. So if I'm having a big crowd, I'll make several of them. They're just really good pies, real light, refreshing. It's great stuff. Start with some good strawberries. Find the ripest ones you can get. Cut them in half or quarters if they're huge. Save the tops, because every proper saltwater hillbilly knows that the yard ladies out in the yard, the chickens, like the tops. They really do. So we cut those all up, quarter them. Some of the smaller ones just in half. We head out and get rid of them while they're fresh, so the chickens will eat them up. They love them. They love everything about Thanksgiving, man. They eat all the leftovers. Pretty good stuff. You should see them with mashed potatoes. They get little white beards. So once we're back up at the house, take our strawberries. We've got 2 pounds that we started with or so. And of course, the quantities will be in the description below. You'll be able to see all that in the description. But dump about a little less than half those into a bowl and just start mashing them up. And this got a little bit weird because a couple of mashes in, I heard a big splash out in the river. And I looked out, and there were some dolphins that were jumping out of the river chasing mullet. By the time I got the camera turned around on them, you can see them, but they're not jumping anymore. They're just out there catching mullet, getting a little lunch. Beautiful day for it. We get a lot of osprey catching fish right in front of our house, and eagles dipping in, grabbing fish every now and then. You get the dolphins and the manatees, and just a really cool place. Good. That's why I like cooking outside. And I use a little induction burner so I can be out there instead of staring at a wall in the kitchen. Just real pretty. A lot of birds too. Anyway, enough of that. Wildlife minute's over. We're just going to mash these things up. You can use anything you want. If they're ripe enough, you can use a potato smasher. But we'll just beat the heck out of those things. They turn into kind of a pulp. And this is the only real cooking. This is a very simple recipe. Just a couple pounds of strawberries and a little bit of time. So we'll take that mulched up berry and we'll throw it in a pot. When we're done with that, we're going to add some sugar, some cornstarch, a little bit of water, heat it up. We're going to bring it up to a boil. A couple minutes after it boils, you'll see pretty clearly it starts out kind of opaque looking, and as you cook it for a couple of minutes after the boiling point, it will get translucent. At that point, when it gets translucent, that's when we'll shove a little butter in it and melt that down. So that's water, cornstarch, sugar. And we have a blind baked shell. You can use a store-bought shell or make your own, whatever you want. Just get it cooked beforehand, because this thing isn't going to cook again after this. And we'll just throw all of the fresh cut up strawberries in there. So if you got really giant strawberries, it's going to be kind of weird. The other thing is, if you look at this recipe, I don't really measure anything. I just kind of jam it all in there. If you don't have a completely flat pie surface, if you have extra berries in there, it tends to get a little bit runny on the edges, but no one cares. It's extra flavor, and it's delicious. And you can cover up any mistake here with some whipped cream or some Ready Whip or whatever you got, because that goes good with it too. So this is kind of reaching the boiling point. You can see how it's still kind of opaque. And you can see how now it's starting to get a little bit more translucent. You lose some of that chalky color to it. It's a little bit clearer, deep red. So when you put butter in it, some people will also at that point add food coloring to it. I just don't feel the need to add food coloring to it. It's pretty red anyway, and that's just sugar and water and strawberries pretty much. So I don't see any reason to mix too many chemicals into it. So it's basically molten lava jelly right now. It's pretty hot. It'll sputter out a little bit. A bigger pan wouldn't be a bad idea. And you just dump after you let it cool for a good hour or so. You don't want to pour steaming hot lava on top of the fresh strawberries, but let it cool off a little bit. Dump it in top, and you're done. It goes in the fridge for 2 or 3 hours to get chilled, and you can top it with a little whipped cream when you're done. And it comes out looking something like this. And the whipped cream, like I said, will cover up those edges. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless you. Sincerely appreciate it. Hope you come back and see us again soon. Thanks.